Hello and welcome to June Mystery Stamping. Here in the barn with me, Danny Garola, Pink Barn Stamper. Perfect. Okay. I know last night during audio mishaps. Not sure what happened, but I don't know if it was due to my watch, because if I hit something, somebody had messaged me and said that if it was like messing up due to like magnetic things that I had sitting out, not sure. So I decided today that I just wouldn't put it on so that we don't have to worry about that. So hopefully we are doing good. I see Miss Betty in here. Welcome, welcome. So let's go ahead. So I have to be honest with you guys. I did do a little boo-boo. I just noticed it, and I'm sorry I'm late on it, and I hope that you guys can forgive me, and I hope I didn't ruin too much of what you guys have ready for you. So I wanted to share with you guys all the things that we need for mystery stamping. So, and I'll show you where I kind of had a little mishap with my measurements. So you guys, for the purpose of mystery stamping, you guys can actually just do the fix on your card along with the paper that you already have done. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, Karen. Yes, we are 2 o'clock here Pacific time. But let me tell you guys, this month was a little bit different. Normally I go live on Wednesdays. It's normally in the middle of the month that I do the mystery stamping, but because my daughter's 16th birthday, we have plans going out of town tomorrow. So I had to come in and do this a day early. So you guys actually get to benefit from it because you get an extra day this month to get your mystery stamping card done. So I know now going forward, I will not mark score marks to do on your when I do the dimensions for you guys. I will just give you the dimensions of the paper and we'll do the scoring together on our lives, because I realized I messed up and put the wrong score marks over on the blog and here on Facebook when I created the event, and I had posted last Wednesday the dimensions. I messed up on one of the score lines. So you guys can actually, and it's not that I messed up on mine, I messed up when I was writing it on the graphic. So I'll go through that with you guys. So I had said that we needed to have a card base. Now I have chose to use the new cloud cover for mine. Now this is 8.5 by 5.5, and I actually forgot to score mine, so I'm going to score mine at 4.25 for our card base here. So there's my card base. I have chosen that in the color cloud cover. The next piece that we have, I've chosen a darker color that kind of goes along with my designer series paper here. I have this piece here at 10.25 by 4. Now, on the graphics, I had said that you need to score this at 2.5, which is our first score mark here. So 2.5. But I had said that your second one needs to be scored at 5. And I think it actually needs to be scored. No, that's right. It does need to stay at 5. See, I messed up again. Yep, no, it is supposed to be at 5. So I need to go back and I need to fix what I screwed up. Oh my goodness. So no, 5 is correct. That's where it does need to be. So then you're going to score at 5. So I need to go back into my graphics and change it back to what I originally had it at. I changed it to 5.5. So no, it was right. I just completely measured wrong the second time. So your piece should be scored at 2.5 and then move it down and score it at 5. Okay. All right, so with this piece here, what we're going to do with this is we are going to take our card base and go ahead and fold that in half. Like so. Okay, so here's my card base. This piece here is then going to fold where we have our score marks. So we have our 5-inch and our 2.5-inch. Fold this back up on itself, which is going to leave you a little 1/4 of an inch space here. And then this piece is going to be folded back on. So you're kind of going to be making kind of a little Z fold. Okay, that makes sense? So your bigger piece will be in the back. We're gonna fold this up, again, leaving a little bit of a space here. You'll see that it doesn't line completely up to the front. And then this is folding back down. So then it would sit kind of like this, kind of like a little step, I guess you would say. Okay, so then we need to make sure that we come in here and give this a good crease. Then we've got a couple of more pieces here. We have 2. I have chosen to use this new paper. This is called the Flower Garden Foils. Now, most of you guys know who have joined me for mystery stamping, you do not need to use Stampin' Up! Products. Use whatever you have in your stash. I want this to be fun. I want us to be able to create cards together and you be able to enter into a drawing and win fabulous prizes from me by using product that you already have. I don't want you guys to go running out and buying, you know, more product just to create a card in our mystery stamping. I want you to be able to have fun with this. Use up product that you already have and just create. So what we're going to do with this is these 2 pieces here, you probably already guessed it. One's going to go there and one's going to go here. Now, these are in the cloud cover color, so they do coordinate with my piece over here. So this is going to kind of sit like that. You won't really see that inside piece until we decorate. But what we're going to do with this piece here is we are going to actually adhere this to the front of our card base. But I think it's easier to decorate this while it's off of the card base. So then we have our piece of designer series paper. This is 3 3/4 by 5. So what we're going to do with this now is this piece is going to get adhered right here. Now this piece, if you're wondering, is from that beautiful paper that we have. It's called Beautiful Gallery. Now this, like, it is artwork just within itself. Like, I would frame this paper by itself without even making a card because it's so gorgeous. So I'm gonna take this piece here, and this is just going to get adhered right to the front of this piece here. So my little step will be in front of it. So when this is folded, you will still see some of that gorgeous paper. And this is gonna stay free floating on our card. So it's kind of gonna be kind of fancy. We are then going to take our 2 pieces of foil. Now you choose whatever you have that will like coordinate. You could even use a different piece of paper that corresponds with your main focal paper. Even another piece of cardstock that is one of the colors of your pattern paper, and you just run that through an embossing folder, or not, just leave it plain. It doesn't have to be super fancy. Okay, we're going to take that Place that right there. We're going to do some stamping. Now, I said that we needed to have either a die punch or a die or a punch, and I chose to use the punch here. And I am bringing in a coordinating stamp that goes along with this punch. I'm going to be using the Bright Borders stamp set that goes along with this punch here. And I have actually chose to use 2 stamps. I'm actually using the border that coordinates around that image and the little thank you sentiment. But you could just use a sentiment of your choice and use whatever banner or label that you want for the front of your card. Just make sure that it doesn't go past 4 inches here, because you do want that to fit in this area here. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, now again, this is optional. I just chose it for my card because I thought it just made it a little bit prettier. I'm going to take a piece of ribbon, and I'm going to take this, and I am simply going to come around the back of this card here, and I'm just going to cut my ribbon. Now, you definitely want to make sure you do this before you adhere this to your card base. Another reason why we're waiting and doing this here. Okay, I'm just going to take that just like so, and then with a couple of pieces of just regular Scotch tape, adhere this to just like that. Straighten that up a little bit so we're not wonky. Okay, just like so. All right, and then I'm going to take another little piece of that ribbon, and I'm just going to pull it through there and just tie a little knot. If I can make my fingers work. Just like that. And then we'll cut some of these ends off, make it a little bit prettier. There we go. Just to add a little bit of, you know, element to the top of this. All right, and I think I might actually slide my little knot over so it's more towards the side. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to use my Versamark, and where did I just put my little label that I had here? Did it go blowing off my desk? Did I lose it? Do you guys see it? You're right. I am not having cocktails with Andre. Yeah, that would make a little bit more sense, right? I don't know. I just overthink everything. I want to make sure that I don't like waste anybody else's paper. So I always want to make sure that, you know, my measurements are correct. And I measured, when I came in here, I measured this to this. And that's where I came up with my other measurement. Instead, because, duh, this is only 10.5 inches long, of course, it's going to have a little bit of a gap. So anyways, don't mind me. A little bit cuckoo here. Can I blame it on the heat? Can I say that the heat is making me lose my marbles? We are sitting at 103 degrees right now. Luckily, we just are indoors and we don't go outside much, even though my husband is outside building a bench. He's out there cutting all the wood and being crazy, but I did make him put up one of the big 10 by 10 tents over top of himself so he doesn't sit there and burn. So yeah, because I told him, I said, the sun is real here. It will burn you, even though you're already brown. You can get burnt. So I made him put sunscreen on and put a tent up. He's like, all right, Mom. I go, you're right. I am a mom. Leave me alone. Yeah, they're saying that it's supposed to be like 112. I think on Thursday they were saying. And I'm like, okay, well, that's hot. That is a definitely indoor kind of day. we just hunker down and stay inside, and AC is cranked, and that's just the way it is. I call it 100 and hell degrees because that's what it feels like. That's my husband this morning. He goes, why do we live here again? I go, you're right. Why do we? I said, well, you know, the rest of the month or the rest of the year is pretty fantastic. Besides June is our hottest month. It always has been because that's what works up to our monsoons. So we just kind of know that for the month of June, we're just going to hunker down. All right, so now I'm going to, speaking of heat, I'm going to apply some heat to this. So let's move my powder there. And I have decided to go ahead and use the Versamark along with the embossing powder. Now, you definitely don't have to go this elaborate with it. You don't even have to put ribbon on yours if you choose not to. That's why I said that is completely optional. Yeah, see how that image stamps right into this punch? Now, it is wiser to stamp on your paper first and then punch it out, but this one's pretty easy to see. You make sure I got all that heated up there and melted. Yep, I think that looks pretty good. We'll just hit it a little bit more on the edges here. But yeah, this is a fantastic stamp set. Trying to remember what the name of that punch is called. Where is it? And I don't even have it labeled on here. Normally I label my punches. But yeah, that's the punch. And here is the stamp set that coordinates with that. It's got some really neat borders. If you don't like, I'm using this one right here. So there's different ones here that go with it, and then some great sentiments. It just is kind of pretty. So then on this piece here, I'm going to take that little punch and I'm just going to adhere glue on the bottom and just place that right like so. And you can decide how high or how low you want that. If you want more of it beyond sticking up in that designer paper, you can. Okay, just like so. Give that a second to dry there. And again, we've got both those foiled pieces here. I'm going to now take this, and now, since I have my ribbon and my sentiment on there, now I can go ahead and glue this down to my cloud cover card base. Okay, like so. Push that down, give that a second to it's kind of an easel card, besides the fact that there's not something that it's connecting to hold it up. But, I mean, I guess that's kind of what you could call it. But we have this neat little mechanism. Hopefully you guys can see that. This little neat mechanism that you can kind of see both of those on the front of our card. We've got some pretty good dimension going on here and kind of a fun fold. And then our card opens up like this, where you can decide what you want to put on the inside. But I would just put a piece of white on the inside, and then maybe another little strip of this paper or my my foil paper, and then, you know, put a sentiment on the inside, whatever I want to say. So this stamp set is yay, so happy for you. But since I have a thank you here, the future is bright from me to you. That would be kind of cute to put on the inside there. But the inside, you're free to do as you wish to send this to whoever you need to send a card to. But that is what the outside of our card is going to look like. So all you need to do is snap a photo of your finished card and wait, give me about 15-20 minutes to snap a photo of mine. upload this video, and I will get everything placed here on the group here, so you guys can then add your photo of your card for our June mystery stamping. I hope you guys had fun with this card, and hopefully I didn't confuse you too bad by changing things. But yeah, I was right. I should have just went with my first initial, and so I have to go back on there and fix because I changed it. But yeah, isn't that a neat little card there? Just kind of something different. So we're not just making a, you know, typical card, but we are doing something as far as fun fold, but still keeping it on the simple side. So can't wait to see what you guys, what rabbits you pull out of your hats and to see what papers you choose to use for this. I mean, you can even go as far as not adding paper in here if you want. It wouldn't be necessarily something that has to be decorated in here. You could just decorate this front piece and your focal piece back here, and that would be cool too, because not too many people are really going to be seeing that inside piece. I just kind of liked it. I really like it with the foil because, as you can see, it kind of reflects and gives a different effect to this paper here. So you guys play with this, have fun with your mystery stamping. You need this bundle. Who just said that? Was that Karen who said that you need this bundle? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty fantastic. I know, I hate it. I always, well, don't hate it, but it always affects the good old pocketbook, because when I watch other people creating cards and I don't have a stamp set or I don't have paper that they're using or whatever, of course, I have to then go place an order because I have to have it. Because I'm one of those people that, oh my gosh, I want to be able to make that card. So I definitely want to have the same paper, because sometimes the things that people come up with and the creativity and the colors that you guys use is just wow, amazing, where I'm like, okay, yeah, I got to do that. So you guys have fun with this. Like I said, you now have an extra day to get your cards submitted. I will be drawing the winner from your guys' cards. Now it is completely random. I don't go off of, you know, looks or aesthetics or anything like that. It is all done as long as you submit a card and it is done in the same fashion as what I have shared with you guys here. I will put you guys in the drawing and draw the winner. Normally I do it in the evening of the following Wednesday, so it will be on the 25th. And this month I am giving away a package of the iridescent adhesive back dots. These are super fun and bright. I really like these. Again, going with the theme of 4th of July coming up. These are very sparkly and they would be fantastic on 4th of July cards, especially if you have any kind of images that look like like firework explosions. These would be neat on there because they're very sparkly like that. So you guys have fun with this. Enjoy making this card. It is super simple. As you see, it went together quite quickly. All right, you guys, any questions before I go here to make sure that you guys are all good with creating this card? Just pop it in here. Now, if you're watching this later, you know that you can always write in the comments and ask me a question if you have any, and I will get back to you on that. So, all right, you guys, have fun. Have a fabulous week. If you're anywhere near the desert where I'm at, stay cool, stay safe. Definitely hydrate yourself. And I know if a lot of you guys are back in the Midwest, there are some crazy, crazy flooding and stuff going on. I just watched it on the news that if you're in Ohio, or was it Ohio or Iowa? One of the two, they're having crazy flooding from some severe storms. So be safe out there. All right, you guys, I will see you soon. Bye-bye.